Okay. Hey TikTok, hey YouTube, how are we going today? All right. Trying to find all my pipe cleaners. Are you making a cat? Yes, I'm making several. Okay, I've lost all my pipe cleaners. Did I use them all? Crazy. Yeah, so this one is a yawning kitty. So this one's going to be the Siamese kitty cat. Yawning Siamese kitty. To put. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. All my pipe cleaners are gone. Only got a couple left here. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to grab some more pipe cleaners. Okay. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. I had to go find some more pipe cleaners. What's going on here? So, I guess I'll have to buy a new bag of pipe cleaners. That's fine. All right, so we got some pipe cleaners. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start wrapping the armature in pipe cleaners. So when I needle felt the body, I use polyfill. So the pipe cleaners just sort of help the polyfill to stick because the armature is quite slippery. So yeah, that's a little bit of info there. And it doesn't like help with the structure or anything in any way. It's just purely for that polyfill to have something to stick to. So I just, wrap it around like this. Nothing special. And then keep that one. So I don't normally use coloured ones, so I've pinched these off my child because I ran out of some. I'll buy them all. We've got heaps of pipe cleaners, but you know, we'll get there. So yeah, normally I use white, so there's no like colour show through. Not that we see it anyway, because I use fake fur and then cover this, but you know, sometimes you can see. Okay. So I'm pretty almost ready to start constructing all the dolls, which is exciting. I'd have to restart this TikTok. Give it 5 minutes just because I stuffed up the start. Anyway, so we've got one kitty cat ready to go. Oh no! Let's fix it. Okay, let's fix it. Thanks for the likes. Of course that had to happen, right? It's okay. You fix. All right. That is the yawning kitty. Next, we've got Gila Monster. All right, so next we've got Gila Monster. So this is our Gila Monster so far. It's a short little stubby body. I'm going to do it purple. Okay, just wrap it around. Probably not going to worry about wrapping the legs because they're quite small anyway. They don't need much stuffing on it, so I think I'll just leave the legs undone. But this is our Gila Monster, ready to go. Next, I want to do just going to add a little bit of support for the head here. So sometimes the joints need to be just made a bit tighter. So I normally do this by just like stuffing a little bit of tissue or something that's, you know, moldable in here. And it sort of provides a little bit more support where the head. All right. So this one is the pooping cat. All right, so this one is going to be a grey in colour. I suppose it doesn't really matter what we're using here. So I'm just going to wrap it. Grab a white one. So I'll probably start needle felting these as well today, which I probably have to start on the leopard seal because that is a commission piece. So it's kind of a simple body as well. It's just like a tube. So, and it's small. So hopefully these don't take too long to needle felt. And then I've got so much sewing to do after this. So I'll have to strap my fingers together and make sure I don't get blisters. Okay, that's the poopy cat. That's ready to go. Next one. Next one we got Zoomies. Zoomies Burmese. Zoomies Burmese. So this one's going to be, let's just use pink. Thank you for the follow. See how this live goes. Yes, this way. So there. Thank you for the likes. All right, guys, if anyone is new here, I'm an art doll artist and I make fake taxidermy pieces, basically. So let's just keep it all pink. So I'm currently working on about 7 dolls here. 3 cats for my Action Cat series and 1 Gila monster, 2 lions, and a leopard seal. So I don't use any animal products. They're all fake. That's the fun part, is to try and get it as close as possible to the real thing. Thanks for all the likes. And yeah, so 7 dolls on the go. This is my Zoomies face. Burmese. It's going to be a chocolate point or chocolate Burmese. So my favourite type of cat. All right, I've got female lion. So a bit sassy. Let's do purple. So I'm doing a male and a female lion. So I've done pretty much all of the big cats, apart from the lions. They're kind of the last ones to do, and like, you know, a couple of different coloured tigers. I've got an Amur leopard on the to-do list as well. So that'll be one of the last big cats, and sort of got the rest of like the medium-sized cats to do. So, but probably go for a lynx first, I think. Okay, Eurasian lynx, I think it's called. Yeah, Eurasian lynx, Caracol, Savannah cat would be cool. Definitely on a to-do list. We'll get there. So lots of things on the horizon. I want to do a bit more sculpture things too, but let's just get these 7 dolls finished first. All right. So I'm just doing some prep work before I start needle felting the body. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. I've got 2 more. I hopefully have enough. I don't want to use that one. It's a nice one, isn't it? It's like a little candy cane. I'll find another pipe cleaner from somewhere. That one's too cute. I have to steal these from my daughter anyway. I ran out of plain white pipe cleaners, but we've got heaps of pipe cleaners around here. Okay, let's chop that up. Use it on something else. How are you guys going? Anyway, how are we going? Anything exciting happen? Not much exciting happens here. I just make weird dolls. Okay, so we've got the lion, female lion, ready to go. Very nice and colourful. Got a next male lion, so a bit different expression there. Bit more of a subtle expression. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing the mane on this one. See how it goes. Found a yellow one. How fancy. Okay. There's this half one. Yeah. Got a blue. Do you have any more floating around somewhere? Scraping the barrel. Anyway, exciting to put all these dolls together and start doing all the airbrushing. I like doing all the finer details. That really brings the dolls together, brings the dolls to life. All right, so I'm going to put this one just here. Got one more to do, which is the leopard seal, and this one's the commission. So I'll do, this is probably fine, this one, because I only need to do kind of the strip here. So just run it over. And probably that should be okay. That's good. And then we use this for the rest of the leg. Okay, problem solved. All right, so which one should I start needle felting first? It's either one of the cats or probably have to be the leopard seal. Where's this brush come from? Let's do the leopard seal because that's a commission. Yeah. So this leopard seal has a movable jaw. So like so. And what was I going to say? I basically use polyfill to stick this back on. Okay, sorry. Yes, I use polyfill. So I have a reference image up on my computer. Now, basically, it's just like going to be a tube that I need to needle felt. So I'll get my polyfill. All right. And now I like to use a single needle felting needle, and the needle felting needle you probably can't see, but it's got little barbs on the tip here that sort of catch the fiber and you sort of just punch it in. So I like to use a single needle as opposed to you can get like a holder that you can put a few things in, needles. Anyway. Okay, so basically just do this. Just wrap that initial part around. Like so. And just start needle felting, really. Not that exciting. Okay. So this is sort of why I like to use a single one, so you can just sort of pull it around and just start basically creating a form. Now I've got the reference pictures up on my computer and I've blown it up to the same size. Ooh. Okay. That's what we got. First one. Oh. Thanks for the likes. What the hell's that? Okay. Alright, sorry. Let's start needle felting. So, is needle felting a personal preference when building up the body? Yeah, I just find that I can get a more refined muscle tone that then I can sew the fabric over the top of. But if I do like a bigger doll, then the batting works quite well because you can just sort of roll it on itself. But I think with these smaller dolls, you can sort of achieve a more refined, refined body. But even if I do like the bigger dolls in the batting, like I did that for the Stella Sea Lion that I just made. I did most of the body in the batting, but then I did a layer of this polyfill needle felted over the top. Okay. Bit of the tail. Again with a restriction. Jesus Christ. Different things this time. Interesting. It's really annoying. Anyway, sorry about that. TikTok keeps giving me restrictions for promotion every time I do a live. Every time. Anyway, I'm literally just talking about how I do things. Anyway. So there you go. That's the restriction today. Okay, so again, just wrap it around. Okay. What is that? Huh? So I'll sort of taper the body off around here. You've never needle felted before. You just use batting. Yeah, I mean, give it a go. It's a bit more time consuming than doing the batting. But yeah, you know, I just use polyfill, which is like the cushion stuffing. So I don't use alpaca fiber, merino wool, or anything like that. It's just not necessary. It's more expensive, but you know, because I'm covering it in fur, I find this works really well, which is what I normally used anyway. And really, we're just using it to build a form anyway, so nothing too fancy. So it's just something I sort of experimented with over time and, you know, came to this conclusion. You look like Suno from AnyPen. AnyPen? What's that? I do. Is that a good or a bad thing? Let me Google. Come on. I'm not Korean. Is that a guy as well? I'm confused. Your dolls are really cool. You would love if you would do some. I do want to do some dinosaurs, definitely. I'm kind of leaning towards a velociraptor. But like, I'd kind of like to do feathers on a velociraptor though. If I do them. I will one day. I've done a lot of dragons before, but thanks for the follow. Okay, just add a little bit here. So for this one, I'll sew the flippers up on a sewing machine to make them a bit neater. So the flippers will be posable as well, just slightly because they're quite small. And I'll be airbrushing all the pattern work on this doll too. So I'm going to use white minky fabric to do most of the body. And then I'll airbrush, you know, how leopard seals have all the grey with the white grey spots on them. I'll airbrush all that. Okay, that's kind of the first initial layer. So I like to do a layer first. Now we need to build the neck area up and sort of they have this hump here. I need to cover this joint as well with some polyfill. Maybe you could do a patchy rhinoceros. Have wool-like feathers. Yeah, I want to do a couple of megafauna things. Definitely. Definitely on the to-do list. Been wanting to make a saber-toothed cat for a while. Just never got around to it. Maybe I'll put it in the next batch of 7 dolls. And a woolly mammoth. Woolly mammoth would be cool. Maybe like an actual dire wolf. Should I do like the controversial white colour? Game of Thrones style. Going to pop this off for a second and just tighten this joint a little bit. I'm going to tighten the joint a tiny bit. cannot get this in there. Woolly mammoth would be super cool. Need to tighten this joint though. Okay, finally, we're there. Thanks for bearing with me. All right, that's better. See, needed to tighten it a little bit just to get a bit more strength in that head. Let's fix this up a little bit. Yeah, I have to find. I think I'd use a like a mohair for the woolly mammoth. I think that would work really well. Okay, that's much better. All right, give me 2 seconds, TikTok. I just want to pause the live and just do a quick video of this process here. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry, back. All right, now, next part of the process. Bulking out. So, I'll lay that flat. Basically, start layering and bulking up. Angry moss. All right. So this bit normally needs to be flat. I put just a layer of, there's a thin layer to smooth it out, get rid of those lumps and bumps. Build up this bit here. Have I done horses? I've done like little unicorn ones, but no one's ever actually commissioned a horse. But I'm definitely open to doing one. I'm going to do like a leopard. I don't know horse terminology, but the leopard leopard pattern, the black and white one. Gets in your mouth. But yeah, I definitely want to do one. I've done like unicorn ones, but like not your stock standard horse. It'd be cool to do like a Clydesdale. I think those horses are really neat. Or those, I can never pronounce the name. Those, I think they're Turkish horses, the golden ones. I never know how to pronounce them. It's like Aki, something wrong. Terrible. Aka, something rather. Gypsy cob. No, it's called a leopard something. Leopard. I mean, I don't know horse. I don't know horse. You might be right. I can Google it. This is leopard. Leopard complex. Does that ring a bell? Leopard Appaloosa. Does that ring a bell? Leopard Appaloosa. Oops. They're cool. They're a good looking pattern. I don't know how to pronounce that golden horse one. But that would be cool. All right. Let's see. I think the neck is thick enough. Alright, so we need to do kind of a bulge here. So just get a ball. Yeah, start building that bulge up. Okay. I have to find my white minky fabric now. Be good if I found it before I did this. Okay. So we need a bit more bulky overall. And I'm going to taper that. Let's move this guy here. Good if I was recording. So I want this sort of relatively tight as well. Just because of the Mickey fabric, I need this to be smooth. I want it to be smooth. Not too bad. Need a little bit more around here. It's like a little bit of a bulge here. And then probably just bulk it out a little bit and it should be good to go. Thank you for the follow and the likes. Oh, much appreciated. All right, just gonna pause the live again just to do a quick video. Give me 2 seconds, TikTok. Okay. Yeah. Need bulk this out. Let's do a little bulk here. Hey, Ben, how are you? Welcome back. I'm doing some work on a leopard seal. So trying to get the commission piece out of the way, so just felting the body. Almost done. with the felting, that is. And then, yeah, I'll be sewing the Minky fabric eventually. I'm just trying to get all the felting done on all 7 of the dolls. So I don't think this will take too long to finish this leopard seal. But we're aiming for this one to be the first to finish. Oh, thanks. I think that's looking good. Don't really think it needs to be bobbed out anymore. All right. Just taper that. Taper this bit a little bit out, and I think that's about it for this body. What should I do next? Should I do a cat? One of the cats? Pooping cat? Zoomies cat? Yawning. I think yawning. Or maybe I should do the Gila monster because it's not that big of a job. You know what I'll do? Why don't I just put a layer of it on everything, and then I don't have to keep pausing the live. Oh, thanks for the bracelet. Necklace, sorry. Okay, that is about ready for Minky. Ready for some fabric. Better view. So that's kind of body. Oh, so many kitties. How many kitties did you send? Jeez. 100 kitties. All right. Leopard seal. There you go. That's the body. Rotisserie. Okay, next. Do Gila monster. We'll do a layer. So here's my Gila monster. There's the body. I will do the claws separately out of latex. So they're not too thick. So I'll be doing this one pretty much the same as how I did the chameleon. Just wrapping. I don't know where this green has come from. Get off. Went the wrong way. Just undid it all. So wrap it pretty tightly around the armature. All right. Needle felt it together. Get some in your mouth. Probably looking forward to doing this doll the most. Next lot. Okay. So I'm just getting this preliminary coverage, it's called coverage on the Gila Monster. And just wrapping it tight. So starting to wrap it. So for the tail, keep these. The tail's quite knobbly, so I'll also wrap that. Welcome back. I finished doing the needle felting, so I like to work on a couple of different things at the same time. So I'm just sort of doing the initial first layers on them all. So I tend to chop and change a lot with my dolls. So I'm up to sewing the fabric on the leopard seal. So I need to actually find the fabric. I've got it somewhere. I just have to find it so I can sew it. So I got 7 dolls to choose from. So that's sort of why I have multiple dolls on the go. Sometimes it's always good to, put it down and come back to it so you can have a look at it again with fresh eyes. So sometimes that's always a good option to have. So this is the tail bit, which I'm trying to make quite tight. And you just make it tight by sort of pulling it over on itself and just poking at it. And just a tiny amount on the legs, not much. Okay, that's one. Okay, so these legs only have to have like a little amount just to cover the armature, all those little sockets. And then I'll be sewing the cotton fabric over the top, much like I did with the chameleon. I'm doing this quite tight too, so Thank you for the follow. Okay. All right, that's the initial first layer. Put a bit here. You definitely will. Definitely will. I've done my fair share. All right. It's the first initial layer. Can I use my dog's fur? I don't see why not. You could probably wet felt it. Sleeping kitty. All right. So I've got yawning kitty. And this one's based off a Siamese kitten with stretchy legs, really long tail. So just need to be a little careful with this one. Don't want to break the ears. So I'm just going to do the initial first layer to begin with, and then I can start bulking it out. for the follow. How long have I been creating for? About 13 years. I've been doing these art dolls. So a while. Made my fair share of different critters. I've sculpted all my life, but yeah, I've been doing these art dolls for about 13 years. So completely self-taught. So they definitely didn't look anything like this when I first started. I've been sort of challenging myself a bit more this year, doing things I haven't done, different expressions, details, all that sort of thing. So just trying to, do something different. How long does it take? It can take anywhere from about 20 to 35, 40 hours, just depending on the complexity of the doll. So this chameleon took about 35 hours. So the skin, I did all the individual scales on the chameleon and all the paintwork. So the skin took about 10 hours by itself, but yeah, the whole doll took about 35. Just things with scales take a lot more time. But to actually do them like individually, I haven't really come up with a way to do it like in bulk. I don't think there is. Like you can use stamps and stuff, but it's not organic, I think. So that's why I've sort of steered away from using like stamps and stuff and just done it up by hand. So yeah, they're time-consuming little things. I'm a lot faster these days than what I used to be. It's because I like know the process now. Thank you for the follow. Yes, so this is soft. It's a cotton fabric, and that I've sewn together and sort of sewn all this. The head is polymer clay though, so it is posable as well, and you can sort of move the feet a little bit as well, just to make it more complex. So yeah, it started off like this too, but I just used a different type of technique. I asked a couple of days how much the chameleon was. It's $5.80 US plus the shipping, but I do offer payment plans just to make it a bit easier as well. So if you want to know how they work, you can just send me a message and I can let you know. You're very talented. Oh, thank you. Thanks. So what's the weekly payment? I basically let you dictate how much and when. I usually do like 3 months max, but I let you dictate how much and when. You just send me a message and I basically send invoices through PayPal. So on my website, on my shop, there's like a manual payment method that you can select and it will take it through the checkout, but you won't pay anything at the checkout, but then I send you an invoice through PayPal. And yeah, you just basically let me know how much and when, and then, you know, let's try to make it easiest for everybody that way. You know, it doesn't matter how much or how little. So sometimes people can only do $20. Sometimes they put down, you know, in thirds, just sort of like that. How many hours have gone into it? This one was 35-ish hours. So a while, a long time. It's a bit of a time-consuming thing, these reptiles, just because of all the scale work. But yeah. Getting there. I usually just do the invoice so I can keep track. So I leave like little notes on my orders, but yeah, I can either do PayPal invoices, or I can send like an actual invoice which you can pay with a credit card. But yeah, so sometimes last time I had someone deposit thing, like I lost track of what was actually paid. So yeah, it's just easier if you just let me know and I can send it through, so that way I can keep tabs on it. So I don't want to like charge too much, or like I've missed something. Because there was one, the person just sent it through and I had no idea what was going on. But yeah, so just yeah, if you are, just have a look at the manual payment method and go through that way. I'll know that it's you, and just leave your details and how you want me to invoice you. All that stuff. Okay, we're getting there. Little yawning kitty. I'm gonna do the it's so cute. It's cute. So okay, I'm going to have to jump off for today, but I'll be on it again tomorrow. I'll finish off some of the needle felting with everything, and see where we get up to tomorrow. But here's a look at the chameleon again. La, la, la. And yeah, I'll be on from about 12:30 till 2ish tomorrow, and then yeah, so join me. YouTube, I'll catch you later.